The man sat alone, the dim glow of the desk lamp casting long shadows across the study. In his hands he cradled a faded photograph, its edges softened by time and countless touches. A younger version of himself stared back, his arm slung around a woman with laughing eyes, two children beaming at their feet. He gently placed the photograph back on the desk, his gaze drawn to a worn, leather-bound journal. Its title, embossed in gold leaf, seemed to pulse with unspoken truths, "What I Wish I Knew." He opened it slowly, each page filled with his own handwriting, a testament to past hopes, dreams and regrets. 40 years, 4 decades. Now, staring into the abyss of his reflection in the darkened window pane, he was forced to confront a chilling truth. He knew far less than he thought, and time, that most precious and unforgiving of commodities, was slipping through his fingers like grains of sand. The divorce papers lay on the coffee table, a stark white flag of surrender in the battlefield of a shattered marriage. He had poured his heart and soul into his career, building an empire of success, while neglecting the very foundation upon which it all stood, his family. He replayed memories like faded film reels, his daughter's dance recitals, his son's winning soccer goal, family dinners filled with laughter and warmth. Moments he had missed, dismissed as distractions in his relentless pursuit of more. Now the silence in his too-empty house echoed with the ghosts of those lost opportunities, a constant reminder of the heavy price of his ambition. He found himself wandering through the cemetery, drawn to the cool marble and solemn stillness. Stopping before a headstone, he traced the inscription with trembling fingers, "Beloved father and grandfather." Would it be one of success and accolades, or one of love, connection and family? The weight of his choices pressed down on him, threatening to crush him beneath their immensity. A sliver of light pierced the darkness. The insistent chirping of birds outside his window, the feel of the morning sun on his face. He rose from his bed, a glimmer of hope flickering within him. He wasn't defined by his past mistakes, by the regrets that haunted him. He still had time to rewrite the narrative, to forge a new path. He laced up his running shoes, a familiar ritual that had fallen by the wayside in recent years. As he ran alongside his son, their strides falling into sync, he felt a connection, a shared purpose. He made a silent vow to be present, to listen more than he spoke, to rebuild the bridge that had been slowly crumbling. He shared his experiences, the lessons he had learned, both the triumphs and the failures. He realized that happiness wasn't a destination, but a journey, a series of small moments that, when strung together, created a tapestry of joy and fulfillment. Lessons learned, wisdom earned. He stood on the sidewalk, his hand hovering protectively over his son's back as the boy wobbled on his bicycle. "You can do it," he encouraged, his voice filled with pride and a hint of nervousness. And then, with a burst of speed, his son was off, pedals pumping, laughter echoing in the air. He sat by his aging parents' bedside, listening to their stories, their voices frail, but their eyes still twinkling with love and wisdom. He realized that time was a precious and finite resource, and he cherished every moment spent with them, absorbing their stories, their laughter, their love. He embraced his failures as much as his successes, understanding that it was in the darkest moments that he discovered his true strength, his resilience, his capacity for love and forgiveness. He found peace in the present moment, in the simple joys of a shared meal, a walk in nature, the laughter of loved ones. Despair or hope? The choice is yours. The man stood at a crossroads, two paths diverging before him. On one side, the familiar path of despair and regret, a desolate landscape shrouded in shadows. On the other, a path bathed in the warm glow of hope, leading towards a horizon filled with promise and possibility. He looked back at the path he had travelled, at the mistakes he had made, the pain he had endured, but he also saw the strength he had found, the lessons he had learned, the love that had sustained him. He realized that he had a choice to make, to remain tethered to the past or to embrace the future with open arms. He chose hope, he chose growth, he chose love.